Okay, so now I'm touching on South Africa versus Kenya, right? You've experienced a bit of both Kenya and South Africa. What are some of the misconceptions each country has about each other?
Yeah, I can't speak for a lot of people.
We're warming up. Hey, and keep in mind, you're supposed to be going back to South Africa.
Hey, hapo sasa njoo.
You know, there's a deadline today.
It was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yay! Let me call my mom.
Okay, so yeah, but you know, that's the thing. We also have to touch. It's sensitive, but we also have to be, like we said, it's about being able to have those conversations and understand like each other. Even that you kept an open mind to coming. I was just like, you know what, this is what I want my podcast to be about. Yeah. So.
With South African, I feel like there's a lot of misconception about South African. One of them is, funny enough, I hear people saying they are lazy.
Is it true?
I would never say it's true, because then I'll be generalizing, because I've met some hardworking people. But I feel like that's the thing with generalization. You know, sometimes it's just stick. And I would say that's not true. There's some very hardworking South African youth. And Kenya, I would say, well, what can I say? No, Kenya is actually everything I thought it was.
The long distance runners.
Yeah. Kwanini, you are not in the World Cup. What?
Okay, now pass. By the way,
your miguu yenye ina run can't kick the ball.
No, we can't. I don't think the best runners come from one region. So, and from that region, they're known to be, first of all, their body, it's tiny bodies. So for them to have that advantage is like, I think, what do you call it? The altitude, or what is it called? Like just the air there where they practice, the altitude, and also their body. And then also like generally the best ones just to do that from like childhood.
Yeah, you guys can
they run to school and everything.
Wow.
So I don't think we would produce the best footballers, but we have a few who are playing in international teams.
Okay, yeah. No.
But since you brought that up,
Congo is playing today.
Oh, it's playing today?
Yes,
against what?
England.
What?
I know, you cannot miss that
match.
game.
That's gonna be a tough and
it is
gonna
be very.
But that's a good one to watch. And then now, but since we're still also talking about football, what are your thoughts, or what do you think about how Bafana is the South African team? Actually, a lot of African teams were vouching for Canada to win instead of South Africa. So
I feel like
the memes that were there were crazy.
They
were crazy.
I know. But I feel like South Africa is not the favorite child right now. Yeah. Understandable. I mean, it makes sense with everything. I just also think it's like really bad timing with the June 30 thing. Definitely kind of put a stain on that.
And everything aligns. Yeah, so
but also South African does not have the strongest football team.
I mean, they got there
they got
for
that
a reason.
far.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there's a lot of South African who are just a surprise. And but other than that, I do feel like Africa should be celebrating Africa.
True.
Or African teams. So again, the whole thing with I don't want to say xenophobia or that. Yeah, actually, it is that in some places. I just want to say that it's not. I know that even on social media, I've even got some DM like, "Yeah, what's happening in your country?" And I'm like, first of all, correction, but let me explain. Of course, there's been the ugly thing about it is that there are some groups or things. People that are actually abusing what was supposed to be a peaceful protest. Because if you speak to some leaders, I've spoken to some, their thing is illegal immigrant.
Oh, okay. Undocumented.
Okay. They're not going around, they are not saying every immigrant.
I mean, from what we are seeing.
That's the thing. People don't know how to protest back at home, because the moment we protest, we breaking out everything, we're fighting everything, and then it loses its meaning or purpose, and then it's kind of like just destroy the whole thing. So that's one thing. Yeah, that's just it is really ugly because
Yeah.
people obviously like being affected very bad, but
But what are
yeah.
your what are your thoughts on that? Considering, like, you're somebody who actually came from a different country, like, it had like war going on, and your refuge was or is South Africa, and it has actually helped you change your life.
Absolutely.
And then now seeing maybe other people who have gone there and they're also trying to change their lives, and they're being affected by this whole situation. But what do you think? Because it's something that you've actually experienced from a young kid, having to leave behind a country you love and actually going to another country where you're saying like, oh, this is just now something, which it has changed your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's home for me. Yeah, that's definitely
Because,
home.
if you're back in Congo, probably the situation would
it would
have been different for
I
you.
would have been married with 7 kids.
Yeah,
Sorry.
true.
That's not the worst thing.
no,
Sorry, there are
but-
worse things to happen.
But, most probably, and also like you wouldn't have been in the best environment to get best medical aid, food, nutrition,
Education, the freedom to dream.
peace, even just to walk around the way you want and actually get to enjoy like your family ties. So, what are just your personal thoughts on that?
I think it's, again, I think a lot of it is more of the government or the system that have put in place that have South African have every right to feel like it has failed, because in most cases it has failed. The unfortunate part is that they're not taking it to the government and urging the government to fix it, because the government is more than capable of doing that. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the unfortunate part, that the public has decided to take matters into their own hand, and in most cases in the ugliest way possible. Because if you look at things in the news, it's just like, that's not, whether somebody is undocumented or not, there's no way you should be treating another human being like
just
that. So for me, it has lost.
Yeah.
So the problem is, unfortunately, we should be taking it with the government and fix the systems that have failed in the most proper way. And that way, I feel like we lost the plot.
Because I don't even know what or where we're supposed to go from there. Not unless like just South Africans solve it amongst themselves. Because from outsiders, most people are just like, maybe we're just not wanted there. Which is made very clear when you see the videos on social media. And, we have like a huge population of, let's say, because Nigerians are everywhere.
Oh, God.
Nigerians are, regardless of whether you want them somewhere or not, but also you have to understand the population of Nigeria is quite huge. The country is big. And they have to go to other countries where they see opportunity, because you can't just be in a country where things are not working out. And if I go to a different country, that's why if you go to Poland, Nigerians are there. You go to Iceland, you go to South Korea, and you'll see these mixed kids who's South Korean, Nigerian.
Yeah, I know. Those
South
are coming
Korean
up, eh?
and Ghanaian. All mixes of people will be Nigerian and something. It's because they go to those other countries,
other places,
to try and actually figure out better ways.
Again, in Nigeria, if you look at it, it's just, again, systems have failed, government has failed.
Terrible.
So people are going to always want better for themselves, for their family, and so on. So it's only natural for people to move far or to go to places that will give them that better. And unfortunately, like a country like Nigeria has its own issues for sure. And it's not going to be fixed today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And again, African government, as long as they are well fed, the public can keep singing the same song for the next 20 years. True. So also it's like, Nigerians are some of the smartest people. People underestimate how hard it is to scam.
I'll say another unpopular opinion, but I'll tell you,
that's why they survive everywhere they go.
Yeah, Nigerians
and they do well.
Have a lot of educated people,
very
really smart. India has a big population of people who super educated and smart.
And Zimbabwe.
And then, no, Zimbabwe is not yet on the list.
Is it?
We pick like let's say China and where else? China, definitely. But there's something that's notorious about those three countries.
And those things can be used for the good.
No, let me see. They're notorious for three things, but it's because of the circumstances also.
Yeah.
If people are really highly educated in those countries, the population is big, and you don't give them opportunities, and you give them internet and a computer, they're gonna eat.
They're gonna eat.
Eat.
In Cape Town, they're eating.
Yes, they're gonna eat. So
they're eating.
So those countries, amazing people. And if you think about it, like anywhere in the world where they're doing something else, they're really good at it. If you see like Nigerian surgeons abroad, like in Canada and the States, if you go to Silicon Valley in the States, Indians, amazing inventions, running amazing big companies and everything. The Chinese, anything they touch, they can just, whether they can run your country without being in your country.
They can
run your country without being in your country.
So it's like, how do you have such a high number of educated people but nothing for them?
Yes,
therefore they will need to make use of their smartness somewhere else.
They have to make ends meet.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. So I just feel like our leaders must all come together. We must have like a big family meeting. We're like, okay, it is 2026. Come on now. You are 90 years old. You're out.
Okay, what lessons do you think Kenya could learn from South Africa and vice versa?
Oh,
just
my
picking
goodness.
Just between the two countries, because
South Africans, what lesson can you
protest better, maybe?
From Kenya,
us will burn the whole city down.
You did that last week, Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I understand why.
We'll burn it and it will be fixed by next week, and we'll keep on moving like nothing is happening.
We told you we're coming. You did not take us serious. See now?
Yeah.
You pushed me. From South Africa, I feel like trying to think of. I think they both do fight for things. Maybe like different things, because I remember with the fees must fall. Yeah. I think that was a very good initiative, and South Africa definitely moved that pin somewhere where they definitely influence a lot of new policies in terms of education. Yeah. And currently what they're doing is this whole housing crisis that's happening, especially in Cape Town.
Is it bad?
It is bad. It is bad.
For people who don't know, how can you break it down in a simple way?
The only way I can compare it, or simplest way, is how you have your upmarket places here, right? Yeah. So, and I don't know whether that is Wasteland or...
Yeah, Westlands, parts of Kileleshwa, Kilimani.
So those ones. So when the government failed to regulate ownership of that land, or who get to buy that, and basically the highest bidder get the land or the house, that will push you as a Kenyan to the back of the line.
Yeah, they inflate the prices of some certain places.
If I am from Europe, I will say, this apartment, as much as it's this size, the person there is the apartment owner, and they're like actually on the market, they like look at me and they're like, give me 2 million. And then you come from Europe, I can give you 5.
Ooh.
So what does that do to you?
Mess up the whole market.
Exactly.
I can't afford a house.
You can no longer. So,
I'm actually supposed to afford.
Yeah. So now I'm being kicked out of my own city. I'm being forced to move further and further away from the city because I can no longer afford living in the city. And everywhere I go, it's people who don't look like me. Therefore, almost want to say like, the government has sold the city.
Do you want to open that box? I have a lot of questions.
So I have
a lot of questions.
I don't speak for all South African, but that's the crisis that I want to say we're dealing with. Yeah. And South African,
I've been to Cape Town.
It's not.
And I remember, because fortunately I had saved some money, and I just
must be nice.
All the nice places that I was going, I was just like, I can't see black people.
Exactly.
Or if I see them, they're serving me.
Yeah.
And it was just very strange because I was like, it's such a beautiful country, but it felt a bit odd considering
True. And that's like,
Africa.
So Yeah, that's another crisis
But
that's happening.
Beautiful.
And South African are already voicing that concern. Because now for me as a local to afford to, because I'm working in the city, but I can't afford to live even within 20 kilometers from the city. I need to move further, which means I must spend 3 hours every day getting to, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So they're already voicing that. And I don't know what's happening in Kenya in terms of that, but what Kenyan can learn maybe is to prevent that from happening.
Oh, yeah.
Because before we know it, because I'm already seeing it in such, I spend a lot of time.
It will be hard for Kenyans to let that happen, for one, because they're too greedy. So even if you need to bribe someone, you probably run out of money. That's why like some companies had to leave Kenya, because like just the kickbacks that they need to give people, crazy. Yeah,
that is crazy.
So it's almost impossible for that to happen, because
like,
it will cost you too much.
So I want to say like implement policies that are like a bit
like
more strict,
written, and just you
very
can't
strict.
take over.
Because if I want to buy like a house in China, I'll have to go through hell and back.
You probably can't. First of all, let's just start with that. You can't, yeah.
Do you understand? Because the government will prioritize their people first.
Can you buy an apartment in Russia?
I will need to bleach my skin for that.
In Finland.
Exactly. That's what
Sweden,
I'm saying.
You can't.
You know, those kind of policies or those kind of measurement, why are we not having the same thing?
True.
Before we know it, our land is going to be owned by people who, so that's one thing.
Yeah.
From Kenya, what South African can learn from Kenya, especially the youth, it will go back to everything I say. I believe when the Kenyan youth want to do something or they want to improve something, they voice it and they tell you what's going to happen. If it does not happen, I want to go as far as they will fight with the government.
True.
They'll fight with the government, and they're not going to go like, oh, okay, because this is bad. I'm going to go to that shop that fight it with the government. So I like that they they know who to go to. They go up there.
They address the government directly.
And they're very outspoken.
Yeah.
Like I said, what we as a South African, I want to say we can definitely get from that is that Kenyan youth know that they are the future. Yeah. And you're not going to tell them anything.
Yeah.
And they will run that show, whether you like it or not, you'll find them outside. So I think we should do that.
But also, like, maybe for other countries that, are listening to this advice, I'd also just say, take it with a grain of salt. Of
course, please.
Because, because also here, and I'll explain why. Because us as Kenyans, we have the freedom to do that. Somebody can wake up in the morning and say whatever they want about the president.
Same in South Africa. Freedom of speech is very big there.
But do that in Uganda.
Congo.
South Sudan.
Yeah. So
Somalia.
Again, with African, please.
Yeah. So, exactly. Just understand your environment, read the environment, and
please.
know how much you can push it. Don't go get yourself hurt because
please,
you had a podcast episode
I beg. I will deny you.
Okay, now, so from a creator's perspective, where do you think Africa is headed like right now? Are we finally getting global recognition for the things that we can do at our full capacity, or we still have a little bit of a long way to go?
We've started moving that pin for sure. We are no way close to where we were 10 years ago, but we can do more. What I'm saying is that yes, we have exposed the world to our greatness, which I want us to do more of, but more made from home.
Okay.
You understand? Like show our greatness through our resources, our talent, our creativity, and promote that as our preferred things and not trying to please. Because sometimes we do try to appeal to how do we change this so that it's appeal to, let's say, China, so that they think we're also cool. No, we are cool regardless.
Okay. Also, like another thing, I don't think like African countries, we are collaborating enough as we should, and how other countries overseas are doing it. And also one thing that has been a major hindrance, and even like, somebody like Dangote like actually brought it up. It was just like it's still been made a little bit difficult for African countries to move from one country to another for like social, for work, or experiences. It's kind of like a bit tricky. Even if they don't do it with like the visa regulations, they would do it with maybe like ticket prices. A flight like going to like Ghana would cost like can be like, you know, $120K, like, you know, close to like $1,000.
Wow.
Which it's not supposed to be that way.
Not.
Because if you're in Europe, anybody who's been in Europe, then you can literally use $30 to go to a different country.
Yeah,
or 30
true.
euros.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Somebody on TikTok say that. It was actually like a South African, how they are currently in England, and it's cheaper for them to go from London to Italy than it is for them to go from Cape Town to Johannesburg.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes, again, I will take it back to policies and our government and all those things. Just that whole thing, like, we're not working together half as we actually
if we did, I think we can.
Again, that family meeting need to happen. I don't know. I mean, they probably do have those family meetings, but it's where is the money going? But yeah, we stand to benefit a lot more from working together as African, because we have so much things to, you know, contribute to each other. And I mean, only in the recent years, I think 3, where there's countries that actually are visa-free for African. And I'm like, why is that new?
Actually, South Africa did as a good one as well. Kenyans, we can go to South Africa. And but now I don't know if we can just walk in.
Again, maybe not now.
Not now, but it's a good thing. It was good.
I went to Ghana. I needed like a visa or something.
There you go.
And I was like,
why?
So, but I really do pray and hope that in the near future that as African, also we need to stop giving outsiders more privilege than our own.
Yeah.
That is because a person in Australia can wake up, get on a flight and get here and no question. Actually,
nothing.
No one's going to even ask where they're staying. It's almost
I asked my friend and I asked her, like, did they ask you how much you have in your account? She was like, no.
Where since I went in Australia, you're going to need to prove your whole bloodline.
At least $10,000 from you and other family members as well.
Give me your grandmother's
and where that money has come from, because we don't even believe that you should be having that money. Only for them to deny.
We have a bad feeling on this. Like, bad feeling?
Yes.
If you don't get out here. So you understand that whole thing? Like, why are we so welcoming to outsiders than we are with our own people? So
true. I think it should be easy amongst us.
It should be way much easier, because I mean, it's the same concept. Like, yesterday I was at the national park. It's like a Kenyan pay less than the outside. That's how it should be with Africa.
Yeah. True.
Like if there was like a guy Muzungu, and I'm like, yes, charge him double.
Yeah.
Yes, not me though, not me.
Wait,
please.
So did you pay the tourist price?
I know. I almost cry. I'm like, Dada, please, Sikia. I'm in Kenya.
So even your Swahili didn't work?
Did not work.
Oh, Lord.
That sister was not having it.
Sorry.
But for me, it's like, I understand the system.
Yeah.
I get that part, because, you know, Kenyan first. We need to prioritize them, because this is their national park.
True.
They shouldn't be charged an arm and a leg.
And I think actually people complained, and then they were actually reduced the price.
Wow.
Yeah,
no, that's how it should be.